Welcome to this week's episode of Confessions of a Fitness Professional. I'm your Fit Pro, Andra Anderson, and this week's confession is this. No, I cannot do that for free. Now, you might be thinking, as a people pleaser, that when somebody asks you from the bottom of their heart to just, find it in the deep depths of your soul to please consider donating your time and expertise, you're going to want to say yes. And I'll tell you, the very first, probably 5, 6, 7, maybe even more than that, maybe even like the first 10 years as a fitness professional, I said yes to probably most things, even when I was stretched beyond capacity, because I didn't understand what that meant. I didn't understand that not being booked did not equal, I did not understand that you could be successful without being booked all the time. So I wouldn't say I'm a recovering people pleaser. I do want others to have a favorable opinion of me, but I've since learned that other people's opinions of me have nothing to do with me, and you really cannot control that. You can't control what other people say or think. All you can control is yourself and your reactions and how you present yourself. And there are going to be people that just want to bash you for whatever reason. They're going to do it. You could hand out puppies to everybody and they would still find something wrong with you. Like, oh, well, I didn't get 2 puppies, so there you go. So I know that there is this desire, especially as a fitness professional, and truthfully, this goes beyond the fitness profession. If you work with people, if you provide a service, if you work in human services or some kind of job that gives you clients or interfaces with clients, you want to help people. You want to be the go-to. You want people to think of your name synonymous with service, help, kind, friendly, whatever. You want to be number one. I did too. I wanted to be the fitness professional. I wanted to be the Zumba instructor. I wanted people to call me first. And I'm healing from that still. I've said no to a lot of things this year, and I'm so proud of those boundaries, but I know it can be tough, especially you could not have convinced me to say no in the first 5, 6, 7 years of my fitness profession, because I was still trying to make a name for myself. I wanted people to understand what I brought to the table. And I did this before fully realizing or understanding myself what I brought to the table. And effort and work and showing up, it should not be free. It should not be something that you do for free, especially when you consider that there are organizations, there are grants, there are programs that will pay for those services. And I want to be careful not to say that getting paid or having a big payout means that you are successful, because according to the federal government, my fitness business is a hobby because I spend what I make on the business. And I don't need to do that. I do that because I can, because I have another professional career. But maybe this is your only professional career and you really need it to be the thing that keeps you going, the thing that keeps you funded, and the thing that gets you a roof over your head. So it could be different based on your goals. But I will say, regardless of what your goals are, offering your services completely free is a very bad idea. And bless the people that try to say, you'll get so much exposure. Like, okay, the 12 people that come to your event will now know who I am and they'll know that I was here for free. That's not the exposure that I want to get. I don't want people to think that I'm gonna offer services for free to their event. I got not even 2 weeks ago, because of the time that I spent offering my services for free to community events, I got a message from somebody I haven't talked to in years on Facebook. Years, to the point that I even was sort of like passive aggressively like, oh, hey, it's been so long. How are you? And this individual was asking me to come to this event that was 30 minutes from my house to offer my services for free for just 30 minutes, which we know showing up to something for 30 minutes will equal 2.5, 3 hours of your time. And to teach a format that I have not offered for almost 4 years. So that's how I know this person was super out of touch with what I offer. And you can't blame people for asking the question. Like, it is not their fault for asking for it for free. They might have gotten that from somebody else, but it's up to you to say, thank you so much for thinking of me. My hands are full at this moment, or that doesn't seem like the right opportunity for me. Like, there's a nice way to go about it. You don't have to be like, and you should never ask a person to do something for free. We don't need to spread that energy. Like, yes, that's the correct way. That's the correct answer. You should never ask somebody to offer their services like that for free. But you don't have to say that to that person. They're going to figure it out eventually. When somebody asks them to offer their services for free, they'll figure it out. There is room for everything. And even if you're sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, you're such a Grinch, like, why can't you offer what you do for free? You have expertise in something, you should be giving it away. I might pick and choose when to offer something for free or to contribute financially to something, but it needs to be meaningful for me. It has to be something that I want to go to. I will probably never again teach a class for free because it takes a lot of time and effort and planning. And when I was just beginning and just trying to make a name for myself, I had no idea what all of that involved. I had no idea what kind of fitness professional I was or I was trying to be. I just wanted to plaster my name everywhere. I mean, I would even host these huge Zumbathon events that would bring hundreds of people out, offer my time and expertise for free, pay to be there, pay for all of the things that people were doing. Like, I gave away so much in those first so many years because I wanted my name to be out there. And it did get out there, and I was known for offering Zumba and energy and all of those good things. So, I mean, that part did work, but I realized that I have a lot to offer and you have a lot to offer. So just giving it away for free is not going to do any good for you, even for quote exposure, because let's be real, it's not the exposure that you're looking to get. If it was the right audience for you, they would offer to pay. I will also say I get some pushback from fitness professionals about my prices because I don't charge a lot, and I should because I have a ton of experience and a ton of certifications, and I pay a lot of money to be in that position. I do not charge really what I'm worth to individuals. I do short challenges for like $24, $30, and I spend a lot of time and effort into those challenges. But then I'll host events where I'll charge what I think is appropriate and take away what I think is appropriate. I will work with companies and I'll charge an amount that I probably would have like been shocked about charging a few years ago. I'll offer private events and I will charge what I'm worth for those. Like, I feel comfortable doing that. So I've created a pricing scale that makes sense in the long term. It might not seem like it's a lot in the upfront. I'm pretty sure my drop-in fee for classes is probably the lowest in the area. That's not something that I'm boasting or proud of. It's just the way it is. I haven't increased my prices in a little while. I'll probably need to keep on top of my fitness taxes, to be honest. So that might be coming, or what I might do is just scale back, not offer as many classes. So that's one other way to increase your pay, is just not to offer as many. So people are kind of restricted to come to just a couple classes a week or one event a month or something like that, so that it makes it a little bit more worth your time. But oh gosh, don't do things for free. Let's just put an end to that right now, because your time is valuable and your expertise is valuable, and we should be getting paid for that. Now, I will say there are ways to partner with organizations. Like, I taught a class for a public library. The library paid me, and the individuals coming to take it didn't have to pay anything. They just had to be a member of the library. So if you're looking for something that's more accessible to people, there's an opportunity. Have the company or the organization offer payment. And oftentimes they're writing grants, they're getting donations, they have those funds coming in special for things like that. I work with a Girl Scout group. They need to do certain activities for badges. They have funding to do those things, maybe not a ton, but they have funding. So they are able to pay because it's not like it's coming from their pockets. So there are opportunities like that. I know I've also seen some fitness professionals will do a donation-based class with a suggested donation amount. So it was kind of like a sliding scale. Please pay for what you can. Any amount is appreciated. And do a community-based class like that once a month so that you are being available and accessible to those people who need fitness and wellness and a community in their lives. So there are ways around it without just completely agreeing to give up your time and your energy and your expertise. I feel like I do it enough in my professional job. We don't need to do it in our fitness profession as well. You know, we want to make sure we're giving the time and energy to ourselves that we really do deserve. And related to that, this does not happen to me because I don't have like close friends or family that would that honestly come to my classes. Like I've always thought it would be like my older sister, when she visits, she does come to my classes, but I always thought it would be so cool as a fitness professional to have like, you know, a parent or a sibling or a in-law that was like so into your stuff and comes to your classes and hypes you up. I don't have that, but I love seeing that. And one thing I would caution in that area is, you know, if you have a family member or somebody very close to you that's asking you to provide something like a yoga class at a birthday party or, you know, I don't know, a fitness class for their 13-year-old kid or something, and they're like looking at you like, I don't have to pay you, right? Like that's your birthday gift, isn't it? No, make them pay. Family and friends, you've got to make them pay as well, because that is creating this professionalism in you. It's like, I'm happy to come just to support as your family or friend member, but if you're asking me for a service, like if I were going to be baking a cake for you and that was my job, that was my livelihood, you better pay me for the cake. Like, or maybe in your head, like, this is my birthday gift and that's all I'm giving. You know, that's fine too. It has to make sense in your mind. But I've gotten paid to do birthday parties. I've gotten paid to offer, you know, yoga classes at corporate event. Like, people will pay for something that they find valuable. And if they're pushing back on you, then that means they don't find what you do valuable, and you need to run in the other direction. That is not where you want to spend your time or energy at all. So all this to say that this confession of the week is, no, I cannot do it for free. No, I don't want to do it for free. No, thank you. Thank you for thinking of me. But respectfully, I decline. My favorite one, oh my gosh, this is actually very related on a different way. So that is for clients, right? Like clients coming to you asking you to do something for free to like support the community and be like a team player. Listen, I'm a team player, but you gotta pay me what I'm worth. I will also have fellow fit pros, and don't be this person who will reach out to me like, hey girl, and say, I love what you're doing and I wanna bring that energy to my space. So, you know, would you come and like teach a class? Thinking what they want to do is put themselves in the same place that you are and take advantage of the client list that you have built. Because if you're coming to their space, like this legitimately happened not that long ago, where somebody was opening up a facility and they said to me, hey, I would love to have your energy. Like, do you want to come on board? First of all, no, because I do not want to be paid $13 to teach a class. That is rude. That is rude. Especially when people are going to be paying $20 to take the class and you're only going to pay the instructor $13 to $15, negative. We're not doing that. But also, If you're going to be teaching at a facility, you're going to send that information to your client list, to your contacts, so that they come take your class and make you feel good. But what you're actually doing is hyping up that location. So if your name is not attached to it, if it's not a partnership that you're developing, if it's not a facility that is yours, we're not doing publicity for free. I will not post another person's classes or facility. That's just not my thing. I'm not going to hype you up. I'm not going to give your information to my client list, especially if I've never been there, never taken a class there. Now, if I have gone somewhere and I've taken a class, or I have paid and done a service, like if I've gone to somebody's yoga studio or gone to their yoga class and loved it, heck yes, I'm gonna talk about it. Heck yes, I'm gonna play it up. Like, y'all don't know what you're missing until you take this class over here. You don't know what you're missing until you take this wellness initiative over here. If I go somewhere and it's not a good class, I probably won't talk about it, because I don't want to put out negative stuff. That's not my place. But if it was really awesome and the environment was inviting and warm and welcoming and friendly, and I didn't feel like it was cliquey, I'm going to talk about it. So I'm happy to post in that regard. But if you're asking me to come and, or just, hey, you know, be a good professional and just like share my stuff with your people, no. No, I mean, I'm all for supporting other people, but I'm not going to do it blindly or for free. Like, I'm not getting anything from it, so why would I do that? And, you know, listening to that probably makes me sound like not a team player and like a little bit bitchy, but to be honest, I have been burned so many times. People have ripped off my clients. They have taken clients from me. Not really. I mean, they always make their way back. Let's be real. They've literally lifted content. I mean, I do this to myself. I really do. I have a ton of free content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Like, you could honestly probably spend like months taking classes with me and I would never know, because you're just taking the stuff that's free on the internet. I chose to put that stuff out there. And I will have people tell me that other instructors lifted my content and tried to pass it off as their own, which I get on the bigger, broader internet. I mean, I 100% lift moves from other instructors too, but none that live in the same vicinity as me that are also trying to make a living. I will go far reaching. Like, I follow instructors who live halfway or completely across the country. Our client list is never going to overlap. They put the content out there for free. I look at it, I think about how it might work for my classes and my clients, and I put it together. But if there are instructors locally, and I don't think they practice anymore because they miss, you know, they don't have the free content coming in all the time anymore. But there were instructors locally that were ripping off my content, and that's just so not cool. So not cool. And charging for it. That was the other problem. They were charging for content that I had put on the internet for free. I actually had one person tell me that they were doing one of my classes. It was being streamed on a video in a dance studio at a school, and people were paying to go to that class. So they were taking my class and paying. That's just messed up. Now, I'm not going to confront the individual that did it because they know they were wrong, or maybe they don't. But I mean, like, thanks for the advertisement. Happy I could help you make a couple bucks, I guess. But still, I'm okay with offering free content because I want people to have something for a rainy day. Like, even I'll do this. I do an outdoor boot camp class, and sometimes especially lately, I've had to cancel it because of the weather. Like, we're not going out there in the rain. I'm not doing it. We're not doing it. So anybody that registered, I'm going to send them a quickie 15, 20-minute free class on YouTube. So I have some classes on YouTube that are public, and I have a ton of classes that are not listed, that are private. So sometimes I'll just throw a link out to people, or, you know, if somebody is doing a great job getting a bunch of people coming to class, I'm going to throw them something comped, something for free. Like, hey, thanks for continuing to spread the word. Here's a little something for you. I don't mind that kind of free, but I do mind the free where there's an organization or a company hosting an event, paying a ton of money to host this event, and they want you to come offer your services for free. No, we're not doing that. And if you have done that, this is your sign to stop doing that. Stop doing it. People might be really angry that you're not willing to give up your time or energy for free, but guess what? They're not going to bother you with that ish again. And maybe they'll even respect you more because of it. You are worth getting paid for the things that you do. It's totally worth it. So take that with you. That is our confession for the week. No, I will not do that for free. And I will see you for another confession very soon. Take care.